Good day, good day, good day. Good day, everybody. It's Ronco Johnson, your Lifestyle Focus Advisor here. Thank you for joining us. It is Lifestyle Focus Friday. Boy, I'm excited to talk to you today. Today, I'm not in my swag gear. We're in our suited and booted gear. I hope that's okay for you as we come to you talking to you today about a fun topic. Not necessarily a fun topic, but a real serious topic. It's a serious topic for most of us, and we're going to talk about your mental health and how it affects your money. That's what our topic is today: mental health and how it affects your money. So, we're going to give people time to get into the room and join us for this conversation. Again, I'm Ronco Johnson. This is When the Lights Go Out, Are You Ready? And you're listening to us on Lifestyle Focus Friday. And we're going to give everyone time to get into the room. I see that we got some people already joining our. If you're a member of our Lifestyle Focus Wealth community, you do have the link in our back office so you can get the behind the scenes information and join our webinar area so you can ask all the questions that you would like and possibly have your question answered live on air. So if you're in our back office right now, just hang out for a moment and we'll be there shortly to pull you right up to par. So we're giving everyone time to get here, get focused, get the pens, get the pads out, and get ready for another episode. This is our 11th episode of Lifestyle Focus Wealth. And I have to tell you, things are going in a incredible. I wish I could tell you folks, I wish you guys, I really just wish that you understood the level of improvements that are happening behind the scenes. I wish that you understood where we're going and how many people we're going to be able to help just because we're sharing this financial education online. You know, I've always said it that our goal is to be significant. Our goal is to be significant. And in being significant means helping other people get where they want to go. Man, I tell you, it just brings a big, big smile to my face, and I hope that it radiates over the over the online air today. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live, thank you for joining us. If you're watching us today on YouTube, thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on TikTok, thank you for joining us. All of you, thank you so much. And if you're a supporter, if you are a Lifestyle Focused Wealth supporter, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are helping and changing people every day. And for those that are new to our broadcast, Lifestyle Focused Wealth, what is Lifestyle Focused Wealth? Well, I can tell you real quick. The Lifestyle Focused Wealth is a community of individuals already taking advantage of the cash value of life insurance and learning how to leverage it while living. You know, we're paying off cars, we're paying off college tuition, we're paying off mortgages, we're leveraging assets to start businesses, and so much more. But what could affect all of that? Tell me, what can affect all of those decisions? You know, do you get a will? Do you get a trust? Do you have long-term care in place? That way, if I live too long or die too early, do I have these coverages in place? What could affect all of that? Well, your mental health. Your mental health can affect all of it. Can affect all of it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, you know, I'm going to talk about some articles and things that I read this past week. And I know that I got some people joining us in our Zoom back office. So if you're in our Zoom back office, hang tight. Hang tight. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. All right, we're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. I see it happening. I see it happening. Hey, Donna, I see you out there. I know you're there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I see everyone coming into the room right now. People coming into the room and joining us right now. We don't want to get too far into the topic today. You know, I had a friend of mine send me an article, and this article kind of shook me to its core. And this particular article, it was discussing a husband and wife and an ex-husband. Follow me on this. There was a couple that got married, obviously got divorced. The wife remarried. And I need you to comment on this. So listen very closely to what I'm about to say. So if you can, just comment on it, okay? Leave it down in the comments or send me a private chat or a DM. I'd like to know what your thoughts are about it. If you could do this, how do you feel about it? Because I have to tell you, I think it is a beautiful, beautiful story about humanity. Let me go back. Husband and wife, newly married. The wife, this is her second marriage. Her original husband, her first husband, after years of divorce, ended up having an illness where he couldn't do his ADLs, activities of daily living. He couldn't properly feed himself. He couldn't properly clothe himself. He couldn't do the toiletries. He couldn't do anything on his own. And the woman that he was once married to, now married to someone else, decides to take her ex-husband in and care for him beside her new husband. Let you take a moment to just digest that for a moment. The ex-wife decides to be the caregiver for her ex-husband while married to another man in home. Is his caregiver for all of his activities of daily living. See, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a couple things here. We're talking about relationships. So here on Lifestyle Focused Wealth, it is about the lifestyle. We are talking about the lifestyle that you want to live, right? We're not just talking about just money, but money's a part of a lifestyle. Would you agree with me on that? Would you agree? It's part of it. It's part of it. It's part of it. So oftentimes when we talk about or use the word divorce or use the divorcee, it's often, I don't talk to my ex-husband, or I don't want to talk to the children, or, you know, my new husband doesn't want me to talk to you, so lose my phone number. After 10, 20, 30 years of knowing each other or being married or what have you, today, you know, the dating world is so fickle. Today is a little different. You could date someone for 3 years and never talk to them again once the dating's over, as if they're not friends, and that's acceptable. I think we're in the swipe left community today. I think we really are. I think everyone is becoming more programmed to how social media allows you to block people as if they don't exist. I've always said, I don't believe in blocking people. If I don't want to talk to you, if I don't want to rock with you, I just don't rock with you. It's pretty simple. Well, what we're talking about is mental health, right? That's a mental health practice. It's having the mental capability, the the ability to not just put things on autopilot, to make a decision, to do things because you want to do things or because you don't want to do things. But we have to stop and ask ourselves, where do those decisions come from? When it comes down to money habits, we all know psychologically, we all gather our money habits from the way that we were brought up, the surrounding of people that we are around. Well, suppose you come from a lifestyle of lavish, luxurious trips and lavish gifts and all these great things, then you have a different relationship with money. But let's say your home was an abusive home. You may have all the gifts, but you also picked up some other habits that might not be too impressive. Self-destructive, self-sabotaging. What does this got to do with money, RJ? What does this got to do with money? If you don't understand how your psychological being, how your financial health and your mental health don't coincide, you are having a lights out moment. You're having a lights out moment. We're going to get into it real deep today. We're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And I don't think we're going to be able to get it all in this one broadcast today. But if you have comments and you are watching us, before we get started, do me a favor, share this content. Don't be selfish. Help someone else get to where they want to go. Hit the subscribe button right below. Go ahead, hit that button. Hit save and give me a thumbs up and send it to someone that you care about, your network. Hit share. Let's go ahead and do that right now. It doesn't even take a very long time. It didn't even cost you any money. Because if you're watching it, your friends probably like watching what you watch. And I want to know who your friends are. Because if they're your friends, they're my friends too. That's right. They're my friends too. Because this community, Lifestyle Focused Wealth community, is about having a group of friends that we all have experiences that we can learn from. We all have expertise that you can learn from. We all have people in our circles that we can learn from. And then as great as that is, but today's conversation, some of us have people that we have learned our financial wisdom from that we shouldn't be listening to. Wow, RJ. Did I just go there? If you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist that deals with money, give us a call. I'd love to have a one-on-one meeting with you, bring you on the broadcast, and have a deeper dive into mental health and the reason why people make decisions that they're making. When you were growing up, you might remember going to the store with your parents or your grandparents, and you get in the store and you want something. You want something that you might have wanted to pick up. For me, it might have been those little hot box cars or an extra bag of candy or something like that. And it might have been early in the week. It wasn't payday. So your mom tells you, hey, put that back. We can't afford that right now. What are the long-term effects of knowing that today I can't pick that up because it's not mom's payday? What is the long-term effect? Maybe you come from a household where the insurance man used to come to your door and walk and talk and come to your door, and your parents turn all the lights off, turn the music down and be quiet, treat it like it's the Jehovah's Witness at the house. while the man is knocking at the door because he's just coming around to pick up a couple quarters and dollars. Back in my grandmother's day, it would be nickels and dimes. And you wait till he leaves before you carry on with your daily activities. What is that doing to us psychologically? If you don't understand where I'm going with this, you're having a lights out moment. If you can relate to what I'm saying, go ahead in the comments. Mention it. Say something down in the comments. Let me know you're with me. If you're on our live on Facebook, let me know. And if you're watching this in rewind, please subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. That way you get all of our updates. But most importantly, on this comment, we want you to engage. We need you to engage today because we want to continue to break this down. Because the more we understand how we think, the better we can give you material to overcome that disability. Yes, I call it a disability because if you can't type, let's just say you had Parkinson's disease and you couldn't type. You lost the ability to type. Today's world, online banking and everything's going online and all the digital world is happening. Suppose for a moment, just think for a second, if you can't remember your passwords to your online banking, if you just can't remember your passwords, all of a sudden you just forgot. Alzheimer's kicks in and you just forgot where you put your will, where you put your trust, who your insurance advisors are, who your lawyer is. Just suppose you just totally forgot. Our digital dependency today, as forward as it is in helping me get this information over to you, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. If it wasn't for this digital world, Zoom and Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and all the different things that we use, I might not be able to get this information over to you right now. But our digital dependency is creating a situation and a whole generation of people who cannot feel what they're spending. They have no idea what they're spending. You can't feel it. Kids today are carrying debit cards. You got your online payments on auto pay. I know, I do it too. The one thing I hate to do at the end of the year is when it's tax time to go through all my numbers and look at it. I just can't stand it. But, I pull all my paperwork together and I think it's okay. That's not enough. Back in the day, see, your grandma, your grandpa, maybe your grandma, grandpa, maybe. If they had smart money habits or better money habits, they took out a pen, they took out a piece of paper, and they wrote it down. They had every bit of information that they spent. They wrote it. They felt it. Hello, everybody. I know I got some more viewers out there. I see you. I see you coming. I see you coming. Yes, this is heavy. This is heavy. Help me out with it. Make your comments below. I love to hear what your comments are all about. Love to hear from you. That way when I get to the end of the broadcast, I can answer some of these questions. Because we need it. We need the help. We need to make sure everybody here knows that they're not alone. But going back to what I was saying, the topic is you can't feel our spending. We can't feel it. We're not emotionally attached to it. Like I said, emotionally attached to our money is just like not being emotionally attached to people these days. When we're not emotionally attached to you, I can get rid of you just by doing a delete. Swipe left. Well, what's happening to our money habits? Some of our experts in the field of psychology and money are telling us that over 90% of the American population is financially illiterate. 90%. What do you think about that? Give me your comments. Make a comment down here. 90%. So that means if 90% of the population is financially illiterate, they don't have any management skills, budgeting skills. They don't understand wills, trust. They don't understand our tax code. They don't understand how to be more financially intelligent, which is what we teach right here at Lifestyle Focused Wealth. No wonder our economy is upside down. No wonder we're making decisions where we have the largest debt, economic debt in history. The people that we're relying on to make decisions are a part of the 90% of the most financially illiterate people on the planet. What do we have to do to change that? I would suggest sitting down with someone that can talk to you about these things in a way that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel empowered, gives you the opportunity to change the cycle for your family's generation after generation. When has it become a situation where we stop thinking about our children's children? It's biblical. It's biblical. We don't even go by that anymore. We're only focused about ourselves, right? Right? I know this is a heavy topic for some folks. I see what they're saying. I have one of our comments out here that says, while I take a small break, I think this is, Donna, is this from you? I think this is from you. That I believe the ex-wife is sweet. Sometimes when you get divorced, when you divorce someone, it doesn't mean we can't be cordial or friends or continue to be there for one another. Exactly. Going back to the story. You've got to be careful. You got to be really careful. Thank you for that, Donna. Thank you for that. And if you would, go ahead and continue to put comments down there. Thank you for that. I know you're out there live today because everybody can hear you in the background. But I'm going to come back to you here in just a moment. You got to be careful. Our tongues are really, really strong. The power of the tongue is incredible. The people that you know today might be the people that save your life tomorrow. Be careful how you treat one another. Be careful how we treat one another. You might be dependent on the person that you don't know. The person that you've had a past relationship with might be the one, like this lady, who brought her ex-husband into her home, into her new marriage. And how about the husband? The husband was accepting of his wife bringing the ex-husband into the home to be cared for the remainder of his life. What does that demonstrate? Well, I'll tell you, if you're a kid in that household, it would probably demonstrate kindness. It would demonstrate awareness. It would demonstrate communication skills beyond most. When spouses have to sit at the table and have a decision, a come to Jesus conversation about what we're going to do and how our finances are going to support someone else. Listen, this is why. If you're an advocate of financial education, of financial literacy, of financial intelligence, we need you to become a part of our lifestyle-focused wealth community. You're invited. I'm inviting you to become a part of our community. We're growing. I'm excited about where we're heading. And I'm telling you, there are more people who are now effectively doing our lifestyle focused challenges. They're buying their insurances. They're sitting down booking appointments with their financial professionals. Instead of not doing the things that get in the way, they're freeing up more of their time. You're freeing up more of your headspace. Life gets a little easier when you don't have to worry, if I die tonight, did I take care of my family? You don't have to worry if my minor child is going to be able to maintain all the stuff that I've acquired over the years because I got it written down. We're talking financial freedom and mental freedom, mental health freedom, learning how to budget, learning that money is just a tool. We've talked about that several times. Money is just a tool. You know, another topic that amazed me is in this article, I realized that if you sit back and you watch how certain people, certain type of mindsets manage people, it can also tell you how they manage their money. Watching how people manage other people can also give you hints about how they manage their money. You know, if you're empathetic and you're an empathetic kind of person, you're probably going to be the one that's giving. You're probably going to be the one that's feeding the hungry. You're probably going to be the one that's donating your time, your energy. You're going to be donating your expertise to a community out there that needs your help. But yes, we haven't even gotten to the topics of disability, long-term care insurance. You know, if you got my ex-wife is dealing with her family members aging, just aging, simply aging. The complexities of having to care for an aging family member who still wants to be independent. Are you ready? Are you ready? Have you sat down and had a conversation with an expert that can answer these questions with you and your family? Write them down. Provide you a solution, not a product, but provide you a solution to these questions. And then you got to track it. You got to be responsible for tracking it, you know? I'm looking for your comments. Please make a comment down below. If you're on live right now, yes, I am on live. I see you guys there. I know we got viewers. I see a third comment just popped in. For some reason, I'm not able to see it. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Hey, Sam, what's happening? Happy Friday to you, too. Super D, I see you out there. I'll hit you up. Thank you guys for being here. Are you already hitting the share button? Are you liking what we're talking about today? You know, now, here's another side of it. Suppose, let's talk about mental health for a second. You know, mental health is a taboo conversation. You know, today the word psychopaths and sociopath and narcissism and all those things are thrown around often, and behavioral disorders, bipolar. Suppose you have that in your family. And you don't know it because if you're coming from a certain lifestyle, they haven't gone to a doctor. They might not even be diagnosed. But the decisions they make are irrational. They're filled with emotional uh, energy. They're grandiose, trying to look like something that they're not. They're buying things and looking like they're $1,000,000 when they're not. When you should be thinking about how to preserve for a later date. To some degree, we can almost say, hey, going back to 200, 300, 400 years, especially if you're in the black and brown communities, how much emotional abuse did your ancestors have taken? America hasn't always been kind to black and brown people. So when we start talking about mental health, your mental health, no wonder there's a gap. The financial gap. There's a financial gap between certain communities because our mental health has been affected. The relationship with money is not the same. Culturally, not the same. If you're dealing with Asians, they deal with it different than Europeans. Even Africans deal with it differently than African Americans. Today we're waking up, though. It's when the lights go out. Are you ready? I'm Ronco Johnson, your host. This is Lifestyle Focus Fridays, and that's what we're talking about, is how your mental health affects your money. How do you feel on payday? Give an example. How do you feel on payday on Friday? Today is Friday. Today is payday. You get ready to go home. Maybe today's the day you go buy your groceries and you get ready to go out with your girls and you're going out with your boys tonight because, your pocket's reloaded. And if you're a young 20-something, you're probably going out tonight. You're going to turn up a little bit. You're going to buy a bottle here and a bottle there, and you're going to take all your friends and you're going to treat them to meals. This stuff adds up. Now, if you're a single mom out there and you start thinking about, hey, we got soccer, we got basketball, we got cheerleading, we got all these different things. When we're talking about emotions running wild, you're not thinking about going home and making a meal and cooking. You stop by the nearest McDonald's, Burger King, Chipotle, and you buy everybody a meal. But when you start to look at it 3, 4, 5 times in one sitting for 5 people, and you do it 3, 4, 5 times in a week, it adds up. How many people are taking their financial statement on Friday? Here's a challenge for you. When you get paid on Friday, write down all your expenses for the week and then look at how much you had saved over the week. You may be surprised. Start building a relationship with your money so you can feel the impact. You're looking at it. You're touching it. You understand it. And guess who's watching you? That little boy's watching you. That little girl's watching you. And they're beginning to understand the importance of using this cash tool as leverage because that's how mom and dad did it. They begin to understand the power of building up their own banking system using cash value life insurance as a way to leverage and buy real estate and purchase businesses and keep my credit at an all-time high and start buying businesses and purchasing in the name of the corporation and getting access to credit, not personal credit, but business credit. Folks, we got to start talking this way. We got to start having these discussions because the more discussions we're having, the more empowering we're making our communities. We're taking it back. Stop being lazy. I'm not saying don't use online banking. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying do everything on your own. No, that's not what I'm saying. All I am saying here It's simply we got to have a higher level of accountability when it comes to our mental health and our money. Because it's mentally dysfunctional if you know you need help and you just won't sit down with an expert that you already know has the solutions to better your situation. Why? Because of our ego? Why? Because you're probably feeling embarrassed. Maybe you're a professional and people see you a certain way, but you are drowning in debt. Don't worry. It happens all the time. You are not alone. But instead of looking at it and saying, I'm embarrassed, I don't want to tell anyone, how powerful could it be that you get to a point where you can share your experiences with the community that already looks up to you, that already sees your impact, that looks at you as the influencer of many. And you share your story, teaching them how to overcome the anxiety, the bad decisions. But if it came down to talking about walking away from a relationship because of an argument, oh man, your girlfriends and your fellas, they're quick to do that if they're single. They're quick to tell you that. Think about it. When you're feeling down and out, the first thing they tell you is, hey, let's go on a spending spree. Let's go get our hair done. Let's go get our nails done. Let's go do something. Let's travel. Let's go spend a little money. That might not be the healthiest appetite for your financial well-being. So what we want to coordinate with you here is saying, listen, if your financial picture is important to you, which it should be, why haven't you sat down, scheduled your one-on-one with experts that can help you? Answer that question, number one. Number two, think about where did you grow up? What was the circumstances that you grew up in? And that might answer question number two. And then if you could change that situation where you didn't have to duplicate your upbringing, or you could elevate your upbringing for your kids and your children's children, what would you do different? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stop thinking about it. We already know the answer. We do. But why aren't we acting on it? See, that's where the mental health comes from. When we know that we could do better, when we know we should be handling our business in a different way, at a higher level, we should be doing these things on a continuous basis. We should be putting our family first. We should be managing our dollars. We should not be in jobs and careers that we don't like. We should not be in relationships of any kind with people who don't have your best interest at heart. Why? Because it's draining you. It's draining your finances, and it's draining you emotionally. And if you don't have anything to give, you can't not only help yourself, you can't help others. And the trick to this thing is remembering helping other people advances your life in a whole different way. If you're still with me out there, make a comment. Let me know. Let me know if you're with me on this. Let me know if you're with me on this. Do you know anybody that's in your circle, in your path, that have made a recent decision with money and you just could not get it, couldn't figure it out? You couldn't figure it out? It is amazing to me. I see you down there. I know you're with me. It's amazing to me once you start to elevate, ladies and gentlemen, once you start to elevate yourself and you start making these decisions for yourself. Let me tell you what really happens. The people that you came up with, you start to separate yourself from them. Not because you want to, it's just because they see you as different. See, instead of saying, you know, I can see that person's elevation. I can see their elevation. Instead of being supportive, it becomes, he thinks he's better than everybody else. She thinks she's got it going on. Waiting for you to fail. Not understanding that you're already in a system designed for you to fail. What you're actually doing is crawling out of the things that's held us down for years. Information, education, purpose, love and respect. If you're disagreeing with me right now, you're probably having a lights out moment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from all of you, like it or not. I'm just here. I'm just giving the commentary. And I'm also offering you an opportunity to sit down with me. Go right ahead. Go to Lifestyle Focus Wealth. Join us today. Go ahead and join us. It's just $20, $16 a month if you pay for it annually. How many of you out there know that you would like to have this information, but you're not willing to put money up to get the information? We know that there's information here that we can help you with. I can tell you, I'm on this line 3 hours after the show. Answering your calls, answering your phone calls. So I know there's a number of you out there that really do look forward to getting where you want to go. So let's talk about business for a second. You salespeople out there. How many of you guys are out there on commission and know that you're out there, you're supposed to be making phone calls. You're supposed to be scheduling meetings and being at networking meetings and talking about your services to the public. But when you go in the grocery store, no one knows you. When you go home, the phone never rings. Mentally, that's mental health, y'all. When you know that you're supposed to be doing something and you just don't. Why? 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 Hey, Catherine, I see you out there. You put in what? Saying you'll lose a lot of friends when you get serious about your life goals? You're absolutely right. That's why the Lamborghini has 2 seats and the bus has 50. I have to be honest with you. I like that. I don't drive a Lamborghini, but my Aston Martin does only have 2 seats. I dropped that bus real quick. Once I started thinking differently, and I realized that the people around me started to think differently. And the hardest thing in the world to do is to separate yourself from people you absolutely love and care about and respect, knowing that they may not have those same feelings about you. But the only thing you can focus on right now is you, your happiness, your skill set, your legacy, your significance. That's what you have in this world. Unconditional love for humanity. Practice that. It's not all the items that you purchase in this world. It's what you do in this world while we are blessed to be in our dreams. We're living our dreams right now. Not a nightmare. We're living our dreams. As we're getting older, we're making choices with our mental health. If you smoke, if you drink, if you're doing drugs, if you're eating a whole bunch of sugar and carbs, and you're deciding not to take control of your body and what you put in your temple, that too is a sign of some type of mental health condition that affects your money. Let me explain to you why. It affects your money because you have to go to the doctor. It affects your money because you have to pay for the insulin dependency, the shots for your diabetes. You're having to be concerned about cancer. You're having to be concerned about these things. The better I eat, the more active of a lifestyle I have, I lower that possibility of needing the aid or having to pay for the aid. You know, we haven't talked about long-term care here, but long-term care insurance is something that I want everybody here to consider. It is November out there, y'all. It's November, and it's the holiday season. It's time to start thinking about the holidays, and I've said it on past broadcasts. It's time for us to start thinking about the meals, the meal preps. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas right around the corner. New Year's right around the corner. It might be a good time to put into practice your budgeting. Put in today. It's Friday. I made X amount of dollars. This afternoon, I spent X amount of dollars. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way to next week, and see what you spent. I mean, to the dime. Let's build a relationship. Are you putting those dollars into your banking system, where we've talked about becoming more able to finance every purchase you make? I'm telling you, if you don't have a whole life insurance policy, you should. You need to get one. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, a dividend participating policy. Why? Because you should be putting as much money away in your banks as possible. You should be putting as much money away in the banks as possible. Never mind what a couple of those TV personalities are saying. They've been in trouble lately. From the American College. They call us, the American College is a wonderful, wonderful institution that teaches financial services to professionals, followed by many, many, many years in studies and documentaries, and there's just so much information out there that we get caught up in listening to some things that just doesn't make sense. A person that has probably went through bankruptcy can tell you how to get out of bankruptcy because they've been through it. A person in debt has probably been through debt. And if they haven't come out of debt, they probably still have those habits of being in debt. That's not the person I want to talk to. That's not the person. A business owner who's short on money because they have money working for them, I still want to listen to. But we've been programmed to think, well, you have cash in your pocket, that you're successful. But the ones that typically have their cash moving, constantly growing, constantly leveraging, are the people that we want to say negative things about. Creating a community of dysfunction. Y'all, I'd rather stay in a room by myself. But then I'm a slave to my own mentality, because if you're the smartest one in the room, you're probably in a room by yourself. You need to find other people. And that's why I'm talking to you guys, because y'all are much smarter than I am. I just want y'all to answer some of these questions. I have questions. We have questions. Once again, I want to say thank you guys for following us out here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, and all the other social media. If you want to have contact with me or find out more about us, you can go right on to lifestylefocuswealth.com. Become a member right now. And start right there. Let's start right there. Become a member, a paying member. $20 a month, $16 a month if you pay it annually. Become a member. Be part of our events, our media, our collaborations. Go ahead. Tell someone. Hit share. Do that now. If you need one-on-one, if you think you need a one-on-one consultation, go to lifestylefocuswealth.com and register for a one-on-one. I give you 40 minutes of my time right here online. I would love to hear what you got going on. And if you want to follow me a little bit more, go to www.roncojohnson.com. And the information is right there, steps 1 through 8. We have all the information you need, from calculators, newsletters, articles, information about charitable giving, estates, retirement, cash flow management, all that information in one place. That's roncojohnson.com. Any questions out there in the field out there? Any questions? Is there any questions? So here's the challenge for you today. If you're looking around and you're not happy with what's going on around you, you are having a lights out moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start making changes. If you're an advisor out there looking for a new home, give us a call. We'd love to have you. If you want to be an advocate for financial education, financial literacy, and financial intelligence, give us a call. This community needs your awareness, needs your face, needs your knowledge. It's too much that we need to do. One person can't do it alone. The opportunity to help others here is massive. Want to do something feel good today? Want to give a gift that keeps on giving today? Go online and schedule a time for you, your best friend, your family members to start changing their habits about money right now. Our coaching classes are getting ready to start. If you're interested in having some one-on-one coaching, let me know. I would love to sit down and talk to you about it. And let's start the process of change, transformation, and elevation right now. It's that time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We're turning the lights on, America, because here it is. Financial and mental wellness are important at the same time. If you guys see me at the gym today, be sure you wave, say hello. I know I got fans at the gym. And, remind me that I got to be working on my financials, and remind me that I'm working on my mental health. Remind me that I'm working on my physical fitness. And for those folks that I see every morning out there walking, I still am blown away by the people at my track. I tell you now. And I think I'm doing a great job of getting my couple miles in every day. But it blows my mind that the 70-year-old woman that walks by me from behind and walks past me and then completely disappears into nowhere, how fast they walk. It's amazing to me. Because they're physically fit. I'm going to even go a step further. I'm going to say that maybe they're able to take more time making sure their bodies stay fit because they're financially fit as well. Time. See, I've said it. We're putting it all together now. It's not cash. Cash is not king here. Time is. Enjoy your time while we have it. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy for yourself. Be happy for other people. Encourage them to be happy. We're all going to go through ebb and flow. That's okay. But stop postponing things because it doesn't get better for you. If you know you're supposed to be making phone calls today, make those phone calls today. Create your management list first thing in the morning of the things I need to talk to, the people I need to talk about, the things I got to get done today, not tomorrow, today. And whatever I get done today, I don't have to think about it tomorrow. If I book an appointment with you today, please forgive me. I'm not going to think about you until that day of the appointment, or maybe the day before. I got to keep my mind where I can still receive more information. Are we touching base with people today? Come on, let me know. Hey, listen, thank you guys for hanging in there today. We got a few more minutes left. If you have a question, we're opening it up for you. Go ahead and answer the questions or ask the questions. Type it in the comment section below. I see the activity on this one. This is not going to be the last time we talk about mental health. We would love to have some other professionals in the mental health space come on board and talk to us. If you have a recommendation of someone that we need to talk to, let's talk to them. If you got a recommendation of an accountant, an attorney, an estate planning attorney, another financial expert, another real estate expert that you want us to talk to and get down and dig into, give us a call. Matter of fact, just go to Lifestyle Focus Wealth, send me an email, see if we can get them on the show. Because we want to fill the room with people that can help you get to where you want to go and ask the difficult questions that maybe you just haven't asked. Does that sound okay to you? Does that sound okay to you? Hey, listen, if this information that we have shared today has been helpful for you and you think it would be helpful for someone else, please like us, share us, and go on to our YouTube channel, Lifestyle Focus Wealth with Ronco Johnson, and subscribe. Hit that bell, and on TikTok, you can catch us there as well. Subscribe. Let some other people know about it. I would love to meet you in person. I would love to talk to you, have a live one-on-one, whatever it takes. We want to be a part of that. We want to be a part of that. So, final thoughts of the day. First of all, let me tell you, you are powerful. You folks out there are amazing. You folks are the influence of others who are following your path. Don't think no one's looking, because just like this social media, we know you're looking. So be sure you're prepared to lead with the intentions of being someone that they can follow. Hey, I'm Ronco Johnson. Thank you guys. Today is Lifestyle Focus Friday. I hope you have a fantastic and heavenly blessed weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next time right here on When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? And at the top. I look forward to talking to you next week. Y'all stay good, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you around. Have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.